What's a crack a day, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of our 1920 start. Here we are. In between episodes, I have been doing a few things. We bought a few people for Ep.3 and Raharush. Also, I said in the last episode that I've been building out the cores for the tourist town and Hub Arcade. Hub Arcade is pretty much there, and the tourist town is pretty much there. I'll drop in a time lapse in a little second for the tourist town first, I think. I also sent out different bus lines from Ep.3 to the tourist town, Hub Arcade, and the mountain town to get them built more efficiently. Basically, the buses come into these free bus stops and then they can go to all these buildings, focusing on building the other bus stops first, because I've noticed a fun... It's a normal thing that happens in this game, but I didn't realise, I'm going to show you it in a second, I didn't realise how exactly this functioned. But basically, if we build this bus stop first, then we'll have, anytime we drop off workers here for the construction offices, because we'll prioritise the bus stop and the construction offices in each one of these towns that are getting constructed. The people will go back and forth between the bus stops and get picked up by the construction, because I've found that there was an issue here where I forgot to add the workers platform to one of these when they got dropped off. So all the buses would take them out from Ep.3 in our big long chain. They would go from the bus station here to this bus stop, then they would walk across this one, then they would go to this one, then they would walk across this one, get picked up, and vice versa to here, then they would get dropped off here, and then I forgot to put all these bus stops to pick up from these guys. So we had about 100 people waiting here that would just go back and forth, over and over and over again. And you might think, oh, that's not actually that bad. That's absolutely horrendous, because all the people waiting here, their needs go down and they get upset and more unhappy, and yeah, nightmare. But that problem's sorted. Now anytime a bus drops off people here, they'll walk across the other bus stop, it'll flag one of these building / demolition offices to get started working in Hub Arcade, and they'll get picked up and they'll go off to work. But other than that, everything's just chapping on. I will go through. We've now got people in at Raharush working away. We have 3,500 people in the Republic. As you can see, where is it all? I've just added in that little bump of people basically to fill Raharush. Our new fire engines are coming in for Raharush because it can now look after itself. We filled a couple of buildings that needed to be filled. This was an S building, which meant it needed to get filled immediately. So is this, but we haven't built the paths to it yet, which I should probably prioritise to get that up and going. Everything now should be at that critical level where they can look after themselves. We just need to get more and more people to actually construct things quickly. We need to get this end station up and built fast as possible, so we don't have as many. We can take one bus line away from here, because this bit gets really congested. And I think, is this, yeah, we've now got the crop lines coming out to deliver food to all these places. We can actually get rid of these free horse feeders now, which is nice, because we've now got the big fancy ones. Building another one across here, another one down here which does Raharush. Could really do with probably another one in here as well. And we have another one tucked in here, which are all high priority. As you know, we're already building this town up here. I think, did we? We're getting cracked on with this petrol station and cracked on with the where is it? Place to feed our horses, because these construction offices, all their vehicles are out of fuel, and I guess this fuel station, crop station, horse feeder, whatever you want to call it, is a little bit too. Or sorry, it won't be that one. That was not even built yet. This one's too far away, I'm guessing. So people are getting sent out to there. Raharush, unfortunately, we can't start this tourist town because Daphne here, bloomin', built these roads. I didn't leave them as dirt roads, so these are all upgraded, I think brick roads maybe? I think this is asphalt, yeah. So we need to build this road here before we can go into the tourist town. Kind of want to get all this built really, but I've prioritized getting this bus stop and that road done. Once we get this road done, then I'll basically allow everything to build, just so that we can get this bus station here, which should allow workers, because it's got buses waiting to go to this free bus stop over here, even though it can't at the moment. Oh, got fire. And we don't have firefighters. One firefighter. Who goes there? Who goes there? Who goes there? You, fire station, and go to other buildings after. Run, run, run! There we go. There we go. Need to do that. I don't think we set anybody to be dedicated firefighters in Raharush. Happiness is low. There's a couple of happiness things popping up just now, but I think happiness is actually, like, it was a problem in the last season. I think because we started everything from scratch, people were just unhappy from the beginning, loyalty was low and everything. The unhappiness these guys are facing are because they've been spending half their lives dawing about in Hub Arcade doing nothing. But once this road's built, they'll come out to this free bus stop, start dumping people in this tourist town, and yeah, that'll be starting to get built. But I think at this moment in time, seeing as we're talking about this tourist town, I will nip to a time lapse on me building it. This is just the core just now, because I think I've hit my ideal, the way I like to build towns. Build a core, which is basically everybody's needs, and then build as many residential buildings around it, tight and packed in. That way that I can sort of see how far people can walk, all that jazz, and then I can build housing districts, and then even transportation if needed. So that's the kind of the way I've been doing it. So I built this core and I built Hub Arcade's core, but I'll jump to time-lapse just now and we'll see the tourist town getting planned. Back in a mo.
Whispers in my mind, I slowly drifting by. All the poems I wrote for you, they made me blind.
And we're back. So after this time we'll get built. I think we're slowly getting these roads smashed out. These are high priority as well. Let's just check our construction offices, see what they're up to. A whole bunch. Are we maxed out on some of our vehicles? What's in this? Concrete, covered hulls. We might need to buy a few more covered hulls, I think. There's one there. I actually got a lot of passenger wagons off on the go, which is surprising. We've actually got a fair amount of backed up people actually. Unfinished road. I think we get maybe 4 more buses. Do we need 4 more buses? Yes. I just checked the storage for our vehicles. I think I clicked 3 there. Was that 3 or 4? Does it really matter? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So get 4 more of them. Looks like we are low on covered hulls, so let's get 4 more covered hulls. The big guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Are we low on anything else? Horse cranes, we got a couple leftover horse cranes there. Open hulls, we got plenty of them. Oh, dumpers. Yes, I think we need a few more dumpers. Is this full? No, it's not full. Let's get dumper. 4 more of them. Screw it, fill it. We still have a whole load of vehicles going back and forth to this district. Are we still getting coal coming in? Good grief. Are we still buying coal this year? Coal. 500 tons of coal we've bought. Are we actually getting people up here now? We do have a lot of buses taking people away. We've got enough wardens for just now. We do have a few bus lines coming here, you see. Good grief. For the main reasons we need to keep these power plants up and running. Do I have a line here? Train station. This line, once this end station over here is made, we're going to have to move this line. Instead of going over to processing directly, I think we're going to drop them off at the heating plant, because I think we're going to need to change the time of this from 40 seconds down to like 30 or just under 30, because we need loads of people to constantly keep this power plant up and running consistently. So let's take a look at the, whilst everyone's chapping on, because we're waiting for this population to fly up and things to get done and some of these constructions to get rattled out. We have our, where is it? Ep.3 fire construction line here. Where's this going? To get fuel. Yeah, we desperately need to get more of these blooming horse feeders up and going. These guys are going to time out now because you've got to go all the way to get some food. Oofed. Oofed. Got a horse feeder there as well. I don't know, maybe thinking about putting one down here. This one was here, we can get rid of that now. The problem, it seems, is that the horses need fed just a little bit more often than the vehicles. So it looks like they need to have just more horse feeders dotted about the place. We are filling up. It's okay. I think we're just on the cusp. Any less workers in this republic and we don't have enough to survive. We are getting to the point where, I mean, I'm kind of glad this has happened because we had this problem at the end of last season and it just feels like it's tied over. We're getting to our last 100 grand. Now, what we did in the last season is we liquidated the dollars as well. We did that by creating a line out near here, which just went back and forth and sold clothes from NATO to the Soviet bloc to give us rubles. At the end of last season, we were making enough coal to sustain that, but now we aren't because we don't have enough people in the Republic yet. We had about 6,000 people at the end of that last season, so now we need about the same again to keep these coal mines up and going. Now we've got a couple people in there, but really we need hundreds in there, which we don't have anywhere near at the moment. And we are spending a lot, just a whole bunch on importing steel and fuel. Fuel seems to be extremely expensive in the 1920s, which is understandable. But to run a republic on just horses that's this size, we would have traffic jams everywhere. It would just be gridlocked of horses. Now I've got a sneaky suspicion with the update that was released, the 1920s update, that they're probably going to roll it back to 1900s, especially when there's mods that do that. So we'll see. We might need to roll this republic back again, but we don't really fancy doing that. That'll be horrendous. But we were looking at, yeah, I just went and looked at it and forgot about it. The fire construction line. Here comes this guy. We'll follow these guys out to Hubarchy, mainly to check this line, just to make sure it's all working, which it isn't. I think what I'll do with this one, I didn't really want to allow people to wait at the train station because there's not enough spaces. I think there's only 3 spaces for vehicles, there is. So I don't think that's just enough to have the Hubarchy trucks wait here, unfortunately. We have a fire. Fire trucks, are you coming, guys? Oof, that actually might burn down. God forbid. Oh, it's going to be a ball here. It's going to be a ball here. Come on. Come on. Oh no, we've lost it. We've lost it, haven't we? Oh dear God. Fan dabby dozy. How many people just died? How many people died in that? Ugh. 1920s. Ace fun. Ace fun. Imagine having those as horse-drawn fire. We'd have to build another fire station. Whiffed. Ugh. The road was almost built as well. Unfortunate. 35 deaths? It wasn't very many. Actually, was the road built? No, it was built, because obviously the fire trucks were going to it. Brilliant. Well, this needs to be built desperately as well, or else we're not going to survive the winter. Yeah, so there's loads of stuff to do. Construction offices are probably just going nuts. What are we building? District horse. We are building stuff we need to be. Oh, that's more like it. There we go. There we go. This is the main thing we need to build, or else the winter does not get survived. Waiting for bricks? No. Yeah, they are waiting for bricks. Do we have enough bricks at the moment? Yeah, plenty. And we've got enough open storage to... Dumpers. We should have enough to actually deliver them. Dumper. Do we not? Add on. What? We've flipped. We've flipped between dumpers and open storage, so we actually need more open storage than it is now. Which is fine. It's fine. I'm happy that we're getting open hulls, open storage, whatever it's called. You know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm happy we're getting enough vehicles because it's a little bit different ratios to what we were used to. And these guys are out and going. Unfinished road. Oh, we're actually going to build this first bit of road. There it is. Beautiful. Let's see how it all... Let's click on this for a second, have a look. Alcohol addiction is slowly going up. Religious sympathy is going crash to the ground. Government loyalty, I think, is slowly going down, is it? 52% down to 50%. Sports is climbing. Happiness is floating around 68, slightly going up. Clothing is okay. Satiated. And health? Is health white? Health is sort of floating around the same level as well. We are keeping everyone happy. Did this finally get its bricks? It did. It now just needs people. Cool. Cool. Lovely. Well, I think at this point, Hubarchy, like I say, I built the core for it. I built this university as well, but I think it's in this time lapse. But I'm not sure about this placement. I don't think it'll look the greatest. I'm not sure if I want this to be a university area. I'm thinking more about putting it down here instead. I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I'll leave you with this time lapse for now, and I'll see you in a sec.
Heard you in the rain. Will you always be there? Last thing you said. Sorry if it's too late. Heard you in the rain. Will you always be there? Last thing you said. Sorry if it's too gray, cloudy skies and lips of violent stars between these two worlds. You try to find your own. I try to run, try to hide. I needed to survive. Heard you in the rain. Will you always be there? Last thing you said. Sorry if it's too late. be there. The last thing you said. Sorry if it's too late. Take me in small, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. And the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
there we go. That is that. What I'll do is I'll go over that Hub Arcade core building, and I'll go over the tourist core building in a second. But we have finished research. Holy crap. Gee whiz, what's our university educated doing? It's going up slowly. A lot of people in here. Nice. Distribution office. Desperately need that because we're going to have to build a whole load more of them because we need a whole load more vehicles. I didn't really go over the tourist town or the hub arcade, just went through the time lapse, but basically, well, I've kind of said it, but all the stuff in the centre here for the tourist town. We got shopping centres, labour halls, because we kind of need labour halls everywhere now because there are excavators and bulldozers and all that jazz. Schools, kindergartens, warehouses for everything, sports centres, all the stuff we need. Over here we've also got loads of tourist stuff. We got 2 big hotels. They hold quite a lot of people, so I'm just going to start with 2. There's plenty of space around here to build more, but we're going to start with 2. And then once we get the labour hall on the go, I'm going to put a beach down here, which I think that's going to look pretty cool. And it won't see our industry. It'll just look over this lovely bay. I think I like that. Yeah, if we've just got like a wee theme park, a zoo, bus stations, restaurants, all that jazz, and then we'll probably take a bus in to go to Ep.3 to go to the museum and stuff like that. So that's the tourist town. In Hub Arcade, we already spoke about the university. We're probably going to shift that. We just have like the centre city shopping centre, a theatre, pub, all that jazz, indoor pool, all the stuff we needed. A big police station, because Ep.3 had to have loads of police stations, and this is going to be bigger than Ep.3, so we're just going to put the big one in. Another courthouse, accounting office, hospital, and a school. This is just really for the centre of the city. I think we're going to have, you know, like a big shopping centre, maybe out this direction, and maybe another one out here. Like, we're going to have hubs about 400 meters apart from each other so everybody can walk to everything, maybe slightly closer just to make them tie into each other. And yeah, this is just going to be really dense, but we have to get our population up first. The window cleaner's here. 2 seconds. The window cleaner is here. The window cleaner is here, has gone, and it's now snowing, and we're almost up 4,000 people. I'll tell you what, our population is flying, absolutely flying. Hopefully we don't have a death wave during the winter. How is our winter doing? 24 degrees all around. Our 2 heating plants should they, as long as they're keeping up and running, and as long as this doesn't drop out for any substantial amount of time, we will be okay. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Ugh. I'd like to see more people, to be honest. I really would. I have run out of time for today. We're getting through it. I think I'll play a little bit in between episodes because it is just a waiting game and we are just building stuff. So once things are built and we get closer to the point where some of these towns actually start getting thrown up, I'll get back to you. But it's been an absolute pleasure. We are slowly building these things. We have actually got a petrol station up and going, so that's good. And where's that horse builder? Woodcutting. Where is it? Where are you? There. Oh, that's up and going too. We'll get that plugged in the next episode. But cheers. Thanks for watching, guys. And I will catch you next time.